Welcome to Daily Gossip. You'll get daily Hollywood updates here, so remember to subscribe for the latest videos. The world of fame and legacy rarely sees icons who transcend the boundaries of sports and time quite like Larry Bird. Known globally for his unparalleled contributions to basketball, Larry Bird's name isn't just associated with the Boston Celtics, it is etched into the very soul of the game. And yet, in recent months, the spotlight has shifted from hardwood courts and championship rings to something far more personal, far more intimate, and entirely unexpected: his new wife, a woman whose face you'll instantly recognize. When whispers began circulating in quiet corners of social media, fans were both shocked and intrigued. How could one of the NBA's most private legends suddenly resurface in gossip columns not for coaching insights, not for Hall of Fame commentary, but for something as sensational as a new chapter in his love life? And not just with anyone. This new wife, someone vibrant, luminous, and already well-known in her own right, has sent the internet into a spiral of curiosity. Paparazzi shots of Larry Bird strolling confidently, hand in hand, alongside a woman with unmistakable elegance, sparked a frenzy that no one saw coming. A cascade of headlines followed, some respectful, many speculative, all deeply invested in the mystery woman standing beside the legend. And then the reveal. That face, that charisma, that unmistakable profile.
People gasped.
Fans went digging through archives. And there she was, an actress, model, and philanthropist who had once captivated hearts on magazine covers and television screens in the early 2000s. Her journey from red carpets to quiet retreats mirrored Bird's own trajectory from courtside glory to serene retirement. And yet, together, their union feels like a serendipitous harmony, a merging of two legacies shaped by different kinds of spotlight, but equal in strength. What began as a quiet romance has become a public sensation. Their love story, far from typical, is rooted in resilience, shared values, and a deep respect for privacy. Yet, every time they step out together, it's not just the age difference that garners attention, it's the elegance with which they carry their bond, the spark in Larry's eyes that fans haven't seen in decades, and the confidence in her presence that commands attention without seeking it. For decades, Bird was the silent general of the court, a man of few words and explosive action. Off-court, he remained a mystery. But his new relationship peels back that curtain, offering glimpses into a softer side of the legend that even diehard fans may not recognize. Who is this woman that rekindled something so powerful in Larry? What is her story? From her rise in the fashion industry to a near break from the public eye, from her courageous battle with personal struggles to a triumphant reemergence into the world, her path reads like a script from an award-winning drama. Their love was not instant. It brewed over shared causes, mutual admiration, and surprisingly similar views on fame, legacy, and life after the limelight. Together, they champion initiatives for underprivileged youth, host private galas for veterans, and appear together at events not as celebrities, but as a team. Fans who meet them describe an aura, a calm, a sense of true partnership. And yet, critics question the timing, the authenticity, the headlines that scream, "Larry Bird's wife is someone you'll definitely recognize." But behind those headlines lies a much deeper story, one of healing, of second chances, of finding connection in the most unexpected of places. She once said in a rare interview that she never imagined falling for someone like Larry, so grounded, so introverted, so outside her world. But when they met during a fundraising gala, something clicked. Their conversations weren't flashy. They were real. About books, about Indiana, about legacy. One date became many, and soon, the world was seeing Bird not just as the legend of the Celtics, but as a man in love. Their wedding was quiet, intimate, devoid of the spectacle you'd expect from two people of their stature. Close friends, family, a sunset on a vineyard estate, and vows that brought even the toughest guests to tears. Photos eventually surfaced, her in a cream satin gown, Bird in a tailored gray suit, both glowing. Reactions online were immediate. "She looks exactly like..." "Wait, isn't that... I knew I recognized her." And so began the wave of interest, speculation, admiration, and, naturally, controversy. Some argued Bird should stay out of gossip. Others praised the unexpected twist in his life narrative. But no one could deny the chemistry, the storybook quality of their connection. This isn't a fling. It's not a publicity stunt. It's a deeply rooted relationship forged in quiet moments and shared values. As they've slowly opened up, through carefully managed interviews, joint appearances, and powerful charity work, the world has begun to see them for what they truly are, a couple that defies expectation. Not every sports icon finds love later in life, let alone with someone equally known. But Bird and his wife show that timing is everything. That sometimes, after decades of being defined by one identity, life offers a new one, a second act that's just as impactful, if not more so. In this glamorous yet grounded love story, we see vulnerability, joy, and a man once hidden behind fame now stepping forward, not alone, but hand in hand with a woman who, in her own right, has faced the fire of fame and emerged stronger. Their story is far from over. In fact, it's only just begun. Stay tuned for more. The love story of Larry Bird and his instantly recognizable new wife doesn't just mark a surprising twist in the life of a basketball icon. It also reveals the beauty of late-life connection, the strength of second chances, and the unpredictable intersections of fame and fate. As their presence together becomes more frequent and deliberate, from charity appearances to rare public statements, fans and critics alike are now seeing something truly unique. Not just a romantic pairing, but a spiritual union of two people whose lives were sculpted under different lights yet who found perfect harmony in each other's presence. And the woman in question, whose past includes gracing runways in Milan, lighting up television dramas with her acting chops, and even surviving a high-profile Hollywood breakup that once made tabloid headlines, has emerged with a quiet, confident grace that complements Bird's legendary stoicism. Together, they seem less like celebrities and more like symbols of what it means to grow through the storm, to walk through fire, and emerge on the other side not just intact, but glowing. When she walks into a room, there's no flashiness, just the poised dignity of someone who's seen both the peaks of stardom and the depths of struggle. And Larry? The way he looks at her in those candid photos taken in hotel lobbies, on private beaches, in airport lounges, it's the gaze of a man who never thought he'd feel this way again. That gentle smile he never used to show during his player days now sits comfortably on his face, as though he's finally found something more valuable than rings and trophies. It's more than romance, it's redemption. And she brings out a side of Bird that fans and media never imagined existed. A softer side. A vulnerable side. A man who now laughs in public, who opens doors for his wife, who speaks more openly in interviews, always pausing to credit her for reminding me of what matters. Their age difference, though frequently discussed online, is never a barrier. It's a bridge between wisdom and vibrancy. Her youth is not defined by naivety, but by a different lens on the world, one that challenges Larry to see beyond legacy, beyond basketball, into moments of daily living he once overlooked. They walk dogs together in the park, attend poetry readings, and even host quiet dinner parties with eclectic mixes of friends, from athletes to activists, models to musicians. At one recent art exhibit, Bird's wife was overheard saying, "He's the most misunderstood romantic I've ever met," and just like that, the narrative around the basketball legend began to shift. From Bird the ball player to Bird the lover. It's rare that we get to witness a complete reinvention in someone so known, so iconic. But that's exactly what's happening. Her influence isn't loud, it's transformative. She hasn't dragged him into tabloids or spotlight scandals. Instead, she's helped him reconnect with his own identity, one that existed long before NBA titles, rivalries with Magic Johnson, and Olympic gold. He's now more involved in humanitarian causes, especially those focused on mental health in athletes, a cause close to her heart after her own brother's battle with depression. They've funded treatment centers together, launched awareness campaigns, and even surprised a group of college students at a leadership seminar with a joint speech that left half the room in tears. Her words focused on starting over without shame, while Bird's message was simple: don't be afraid to be seen loving someone. It was the most vulnerable the public had ever seen him, and the most inspiring. Their fans, ranging from Celtics faithful to younger Gen Z followers discovering their story on TikTok, have responded with overwhelming admiration. Fan pages have sprung up showcasing their travels, outfits, and candid moments. One viral clip showed them dancing barefoot in the grass during a private retreat, laughing like teenagers, reminding the world that love knows no age and legends never really fade, they evolve. And yet, with all the attention, they've managed to preserve something rare: boundaries. No overexposed wedding footage. No reality show offers accepted. Just carefully curated moments of real life, shared on their own terms. Their journey is not one of spectacle, but of quiet power. A true daily gossip moment that resonates not because of scandal, but because of sincerity. And the public surprisingly loves it. In an era where love stories are often manufactured for clicks, this one feels genuine. Her fame may have come from glamorous fashion campaigns and high-budget television roles, but her lasting legacy may well be this: the woman who reminded a sports giant how to feel. And Bird, long thought of as the icy strategist, is now learning the language of emotion, openness, and joy. Their story continues to evolve. Next month, they're rumored to appear at a major sports gala in Los Angeles, where Bird will accept a Lifetime Achievement Award, not alone, but with her by his side. Sources say she helped write the speech, which includes a rare acknowledgement of the women who shaped his journey, including his late mother, former teammates' wives, and, of course, the woman he now calls his wife. The reveal of that final line, "She's the reason I keep choosing life every day," has already caused buzz among those who previewed the draft. But for Larry Bird, it's not about headlines anymore. It's about connection, presence, and legacy beyond the court. His new wife isn't just a public curiosity. She's his partner in reinvention, the co-writer of a second act that is proving even more powerful than the first. From courtside triumphs to intimate late-night walks through vineyard estates, their romance is a blueprint for how public figures can live with authenticity and how love, when real, doesn't shout, it simply glows. As fans, all we can do is watch, admire, and perhaps learn a thing or two about embracing unexpected chapters. Larry Bird, the legend, has become Larry Bird, the man in love. And in this new role, he's once again a champion. Only now, the trophy is love, and the legacy is one of the heart. So, don't forget to subscribe to Daily Gossip for more captivating celebrity love stories, breaking Hollywood updates, and the powerful behind-the-scenes truths of the stars you thought you knew. This is only the beginning.